Uh, If everything in your life looks stable but feels really fragile on the inside, I want to talk to you for a minute because there's a moment in a woman's life when she realizes she doesn't feel like herself anymore. Nothing dramatic, nothing chaotic, nothing crazy, even. Nothing's falling apart. But inside, something is shifting. And the life that you created, the life that you're living, still remains with the responsibilities and the people who rely on you. They're still there. The things that you're doing, you're still needing to do them. Yet something about it all feels really heavy, at least heavier than it used to. I have spoken to quite a number of women in the last few years who live in this tension. It's a quiet tension because they're still going on with their professional responsibilities, their careers. They're still very successful, and their families, their relationships, the expectations that come with all of that are still in place. And you can almost say from the outside, it looks like everything is working. It looks like things are flourishing. But internally, it feels like they are just managing a village, I want to say, that could easily crumble or fall apart if they were to stop holding it together, even for a sec. Like if I just closed my eyes and released everything, it would all fall apart. And it's not because anything is wrong in and of itself. It's because carrying that weight, carrying all these different things for a very long time eventually causes things to shift. And it's a specific shifting that results in an a feeling of being exhausted, but not in the sense that if I go to bed and I have a good night's rest, or I go on a trip, or have a vacation, or a spa day, or any of those things, I will feel better and I'll feel restored and be back to myself, be back to 100%. It's a particular type of exhaustion that comes from being the person who has maintained responsibility for everything for such a long period of time. And I'm talking about where some of us at 16, at 17, started to do things that many grown women are not even can't deal with. It's the responsibility that we have taken upon ourselves, or that has even been thrust upon us for so long, and again, for so many of us so early, where you're looked to as being capable, where you're at 21 paying bills, managing households, you know, you're being thoughtful, you're micromanaging things because no one else will, or somehow you are deemed the responsible one. And years of being that strong, responsible person has made you forget what it feels like to just be you, be a simple person in your own life. And simple is actually good. Simple is great. It's subtle. The exhaustion is subtle. It's quiet, and it does not show up in chaos. It shows up typically when everything is running as it should. It shows up in an as an internal discernment or intuition, as we like to say. That sense, that feeling from the inside that you're no longer living a life that matches who you are, and more importantly, who you want to become. Not the woman that you used to be, the woman that you are right now. When your life stops aligning with who you become, everything begins to feel fragile. And you may not want to walk away from it, or walk away from it. You may not even want to start over. You may not want anything dramatic to change because, again, remember, this is years and years and years of doing the same thing. You just may be looking to get some space, to clear some pathways, some space where you can just breathe, where you can without worrying that everything will collapse or things will fall apart or your life will suddenly be in ruins or your family who's depending on you will no longer have the support that they need. You're just looking for some space where you can put yourself first while things still function. And that is not a selfish feeling. It is information, and it's the moment you also recognize that the version of you who created this life that you're living, the life of strength, dependability, the strong black woman trap, I like to say, where you're making everything work, is no longer the version of you standing or sitting like me here today. The truth is simple. You are not fragile. The structures around you that you set up are fragile because you built them at the cost of abandoning yourself. So now that you want to get out, now that you want to be free, now that you want to tap into, hey, there is a life that doesn't require me to keep doing all this. There's a life where I can enjoy the success that I have externally, internally, where I can feel that fulfillment, really enjoy and savor all these different things that I have going on. You build that life on it. So now that you want to do this, it's looking like it's going to fall apart, it's going to collapse. And now that you're growing, your life is being asked to grow with you. So you're this woman who's evolving into someone who no longer wants to perform, who no longer wants to pretend, who's not sort of, who's tired of working to earn worth, validation, who recognizes that, more importantly, that that is what you've been doing and you no longer want to do it. And while you may not have that language for it, you do feel the dis-ease, you do feel the discomfort of continuing to live in this way because it's requiring something that you no longer want to give or you're no longer capable of giving. And that's the clarity that a lot of women are getting to or are finding at this point. So I want you to know that what is happening is that you're recognizing the cost of being the backbone of your world for so long. And you've started to, in small bits, reconnect with the parts of you, that little girl that dreamed those big dreams, that has her soul's desire calling her. You're reconnecting with the parts of you that have had to go quiet, that you've had to suppress, that you've had to bury, that are underneath all those layers of all those different things that we've been doing. You've had to do that so you could stay afloat. And now, you deserve to reconnect with the woman you have become. Not the woman of the past that you felt you had to become or even had to become, the woman who was keeping that village, running that village. You deserve to see the desires of your heart come to fruition, come to realization. I always say this: the desires of your heart will never lie to you. They don't wear a mask, there's no cover, there's no pretentiousness around it. The desire of your heart is who you are at your core, and your soul will never lie to you. So if you're feeling it, it's time. It's the call to make that shift. I'm going live every day for all of December, if you haven't noticed. Today's the 8th. You have lives 1 through 7. I would love for you to watch them. You can put them on 1.5 speed. They're not long. I think the max is maybe 13 minutes. And 1.5 speed is a-okay by me. I do that as well. You still get the gist of it. But I really want you to watch them and I want to have an honest conversation with you about what is happening in this time of our lives and in general in this season as we wrap up this year and move into the next year. I'm sharing things that women like us don't share out loud because we're still so concerned about what people think about us or what people will think about us, how they see us, how they perceive us. So we still want to manage the perception that people have. I don't care anymore. I don't give a. So if you want to go deeper, I'm teaching the Soft Life Shift Masterclass on December 27th. Keep your shoulders down. That's a big thing. And we'll talk about during the masterclass why choosing yourself has felt so uncomfortable. scary, fearful, like danger for some of us. Why everything feels heavy, especially now, even though nothing has changed. Nothing's wrong. Life is still going on. And what it takes to create a life, to rebuild your life, rebuild a life that finally feels authentic and true to you again, a life that is on the path to fulfilling your soul's desire. It's December 27th. It's at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's on Zoom. Join me and a whole bunch of other ladies who are on the same or similar path as you to get back to yourself, to stop giving so much attention to what people think, the expectations that your mom, society, your pastor, your sorority sisters, your partner, all those people put on you. It's time for you. I can't say it any louder or any clearer. The link to join Save Your Seat is in the description. I'll see you in the next live.